It's day 18 of 28 days on the Celebrity ASCENT. Whew, only 10 days to go.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Joyce here with the Traveling Gamblers, and I am here with John. Hello, John.
Hello, Joyce.
And today was St. Thomas. We were in St. Thomas, and John and I did not get off the ship today. We were here just 2 weeks ago, and we've been in St. Thomas a lot. So instead, we stayed on the ship and we were productive. And we went, well, first of all, I was up late again doing the video, and I need to figure out a way to get this done sooner. So tonight we are actually recording early. It is about 10 after 9. And that worked out really well the other night. I'll take melatonin as soon as we finish, and we're gonna hopefully get a good night's sleep. So we're gonna tell you all about our day today, as we have been, and we have a couple tips for you. But before we do that, I would like to ask you to don't forget to hit thumbs up if you enjoy the video. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, we are well on our way to 25,000, and we are so excited, and we'd love for you to be a part of the journey. So if you're enjoying our videos, please hit the subscribe button below this video and turn on the notification bell. That will let you know of any new videos that we post. I normally say this at the end of the video, but I'm not sure everybody watches the video all the way through to the very, very end. So I'm going to be saying it in the beginning now, and I hope that that's okay. So now that that's out of the way.
Yes.
As I said, we stayed on the ship today. I slept till about 11:30. I woke up and I texted John, who was in Cafe al Bacio already, and said, I can't believe I slept. And he said, well, you needed it. And I did.
And I did have the cheese Danish, and someone asked us to put a picture of the cheese Danish up. So we have a picture. Okay. And we had them in some of the other videos too.
Yeah. By the way, little side note, we met the executive chef for the entire ship today while we were having dinner, and we'll talk to you a little bit about that while we talk about our dinner.
But no secrets.
No secrets.
No secrets.
Oh, you mean the things he told us?
Yes.
Okay.
No
yes. That wasn't nice. Leave him in suspense. Speaking of suspense, tomorrow we are going to be in St. Martin, and we will be getting off the ship because 2 weeks ago when we were in St. Martin, John was not feeling well. And we stayed on the ship. So tomorrow we will be getting off in St. Martin as long as nothing unusual occurs. And we are going to be doing something that we have never done before. So hopefully you guys will continue to watch.
Yes. Some people made some comments.
Did they?
Well,
that's silly. Yeah. People were making silly comments about us going to a nude beach or something. Right. No, that's not what we're doing. Yeah. No, not at all.
We would get kicked off. I would get kicked off. So anyway.
And so after I got up and I showered and got dressed and went down to Cafe al Bacio, and I had my skinny sugar-free vanilla latte hot. John had a cheese Danish pastry saved for me. I took a bite of it. Not very hungry today for some reason. And John went up to the buffet to get some food for himself, and he brought me down a chicken breast, and that was very sweet.
Right.
So I had a little bit of lean protein. And
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought. I had something to say.
Well, before we go any further, we should probably talk about the question and give the answers. And
okay, I was just going to say something along the lines where, because you were talking about the coffee, that the crew down there knows what we want before we even order it.
Yes.
They're fantastic.
Yes.
So I just wanted to bring that up.
So let's do the question of the day.
Okay.
So the results of yesterday. What was the question for yesterday, John?
Okay. The question was. What was the question? Oh, length of cruise. So 7 days or less, or 8 days or more.
What is your preference?
Right. And
the results are
24% 7 days or less, which I was surprised that 76% want 8 days or more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
great.
surprising. I would have thought it would have been way more 7. I could see it being not less, but I would think more people would want the 7-night cruise.
People are saying they want to spend more time,
That's great.
You know.
That's great.
Some are even saying like 11, 12 days would be perfect. It's back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Right.
And one of the things that we have done in the past, and we have a couple of them planned this year, is like, say, for the Reflection. They are on a 3-4 schedule. So we'll book a 4-night, a 3-night, and a 4-night.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3 separate cruises. But if you do it right, it's not that easy to do. So I take back that if you do it right. If you get lucky, you can stay in the same cabin. And we've been lucky. Sometimes we'll have things. So we have 3, just like I just described, and we are not in the same cabin. And I will call occasionally and ask if one of those 3 cabins has availability on a different week on one of the other cruises and switch it. And sometimes I do it one at a time, but...
Are we in the same category for all 3? Do you remember? I don't know.
Well, it would only work if we were in the same category.
Right.
Yeah, so it obviously only works if you're in the same category. So not every instance are we in the same category. Like this cruise, like this trip, the first week we were in a veranda. The second and third week we're in a sky suite. And the 4th week we're back in a veranda. But I don't know if I said this. I realized one day, because Nancy, when we were in the first cruise, we were in, I want to say 9136 and 914. Oh, no, it was 8241.
Right.
Because it was half of the first 2 numbers was the second number, 8241 and 8236 or 34. And Nancy commented something like, take good care of that cabin because I'm going to be in it in 2 weeks. And I thought,
we looked at each other and go,
what is she talking about? And I looked up our cruises, and the first cruise and the 4th cruise, both cabins are the exact same number. So we had 2 cabins in the first cruise, and our friends Leah and Robbie were with us, and 2 cabins on the 4th cruise, and Nancy's coming with us. The 2 cabins for both cruises are the exact same. It's hysterical. But instead of being in 8241, we're in the other one on the other side. Yes. Nancy's going to be in 8241. I just thought that was an incredible coincidence because I didn't plan it that way for sure. So anyway,
Today's question.
What is today's question?
What makes you click on a video? Maybe a better way to phrase that, but
so when you go to, say, YouTube, and all of you are watching us on YouTube, I presume, because that's where this video is. So you watch YouTube. So when you're selecting a video to click on, so you go in, you do your search, and you come up, and it comes up with multiple videos for you to choose from. What makes you choose a video? What makes you click on a video? Is it A, the picture that you see, which is called the thumbnail, or B, the title of the video? So A would be the thumbnail or the picture, and B would be the title.
Right.
We're very curious.
That is a good one.
Okay.
Make sure. Check my notes a second.
And
we have to thank. Todd.
We received a super thanks. Was it yesterday or today? Today from
Todd Cruz.
Cruz, and thank you so much. That's his username on YouTube. Thank you, Todd. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that super thanks. It was very, very sweet. We really appreciate those.
Yes, we do.
We're always surprised when we get them, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much. Yeah. It was very kind of you. And on that note, if you would like to become a Patreon member, not you, Todd Cruz, all of you.
Yeah.
If you'd like to become a Patreon member, that is the link in the video below in the description. It's the top link. You can click on that and find out more. You get special benefits that the general public doesn't receive. And
we're trying to update that. We're just trying to come up with some ideas.
We're working on it. Yeah, we're working on it. So if you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, we've had some new ones as recent, and we've given a shout out to those. And we would love to have you join us along. And while we were in Cafe al Bacio, we were working on a lot of social media stuff today. I can't even really think about what it was that I was working on.
You were working on...
Answered a lot of questions. We're getting a lot of followers and a lot of followers on Instagram and Facebook. Because John handles all the questions and comments on YouTube. I see them and we talk about them, but he does the actual physical answering of them. And I handle Facebook and Instagram, and we're getting a lot of comments today. One of the things that I saw online today that I thought was interesting, for those of you that follow Captain Kate still, she was voted by some magazine, or it was an online magazine, I think. She was voted, it was a list of the top 100 cruise influencers, and Captain Kate was number 1. Which I thought was really interesting, especially since she is no longer working for a cruise line. I thought that was really interesting. Yes. As an influencer, that's huge.
Yes.
That's huge. And what else?
We didn't say what our Cafe al Bacio name is.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people knew it.
I was surprised at how many people. I know that we've mentioned it before, and I love that you guys are paying attention. So it's Cafe al Bacio. So my name for it is CAB, C-A-B. It's an acronym for Cafe al Bacio.
And even one of the officers, why am I forgetting the name?
The assistant hotel director, Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas.
Nicholas, yes.
Nicholas has been watching our videos, and he liked it. He thought it was good.
Yes.
He thought it was good. So I think it can catch on. It's certainly easier, especially when you're messaging with your friends where you're going to meet. It's a lot easier to say cab. So I like it.
I like it
and
too.
Hopefully you guys like it and it'll catch on.
Yeah, someone else made a comment that it's like Ocean View Cafe was a
crew member.
Right, it was
the assistant host in the casino, Carolina,
right.
And she's very sweet.
Yes.
And she said that she was watching our video, and she said she liked the Cafe al Bacio cab name, and that among the crew members, they call OCV, Ocean View, or OVC, OVC, Ocean View Cafe. So they call that OVC, is an acronym for them among the crew. And so I'm not that far off with cab. I like it. Let's meet at cab.
Yeah.
So bravo to those of you that remembered, and for those of you that didn't, I hope you embrace it.
Quite a few knew.
Yeah,
right?
It was great. It's great. So we had some questions before we finished with our day, what we did today. We had some questions, and one of them was if we could go over the laundry and how it's done and what's done. So I have here an example of the laundry sheet. So one of these will be in your cabin along with a laundry bag. And this is a typical laundry bag, although I can say that they have, so you can see it's quite large. They have changed them on some of the ships to be smaller, about a third smaller.
Right.
And it's essentially, let me hold it up again. And this way, if you want to, let me go like this. And this way, if you want to, you can go slowly and look through it. If you want to slow down the video, you can do that. And I'll just go over it real quick for you. Let me just say this. They have recently updated it. This fresh and clean at the top, that's new. And they actually have a blank there for a spot for you to put your Captain's Club tier. And that matters because different tiers have different benefits.
Correct.
I'm going to do a video going over the entire Captain's Club program and covering every tier and all the benefits with each tier. So that's coming soon, I promise. So at the top, it's stateroom number, guest name, Captain's Club tier, date, and the guest signature. And then below, you have 3 different sections. Laundry, which is wash, dry, and fold. You put your items of how many things you have, long sleeve shirts, pants, jackets, whatever. And then they show you the price per item. And then you write the quantity, and then you add up for under laundry. Then the next section is for dry cleaning, and the same thing. And the following section, or the third section, is for pressing only. So the day that we get on the ship, most of the time, I think always now,
yes.
we each have a bag of pressing to hand in. Now, keeping in mind, because we are Zenith, one of the benefits is unlimited laundry, unlimited wash and it's not fold. I'll get into that. Dry cleaning.
And pressing.
Yes. So day 1, we usually have a bag of laundry each for pressing only, because our clothes have gotten wrinkled in our suitcase. And that's awesome. So we put our clothes in the bag. We fill out the form and put the clothes in the bag, and we leave it. You take the pink sheet, and you leave the pink sheet for yourself. You keep that for yourself for your own records. And you put the yellow and the white sheet still attached to each other in the bag. Tie up the bag, and we usually leave it on the bed. This way the stateroom attendant knows. They'll take your laundry, and then it goes to get done. And it's usually back in 2.5 days. Now, they do have a regular pickup before 9. This says regular pickup before 9 a.m. Next day return. That's not really typical, but so if, let's just say your stateroom attendant manages to get it before 9 a.m. then, and they turn it in before 9 a.m., then you should get it back before the evening, or by the evening of the next day. It's usually the following day. So let's just say that your stateroom attendant gets to your cabin at 8:30, but they don't take it straight to the laundry, and they don't hand it in right away, and they don't hand it in until noon.
Right.
Then that's what the laundry goes by, and you wouldn't get it back. That's like putting it in by 9 a.m. the following morning, and you wouldn't get it back for 2 days. And then they have a same day, but they have a 50% surcharge for express delivery. Picked up before 9 a.m., returned the same day. Whew, that's a lot. So the prices are high. Keep that in mind. And I just will say, since we're talking about it, that Elite gets 1 bag of laundry, wash, fold per cruise, per person, not per cabin. We have friends that thought it was per cabin. So when we were Elite, we would have 2 bags of laundry, 1 for me and 1 for him. And the way that we would do that is halfway through the cruise, we'd put clothes in together to do 1 bag, and then 2 days before the cruise was over, or whatever the deadline is, your stateroom attendant will tell you, we would put in another bag. So we combined them. And then, so that's for Elite. Each of you get a bag. This is a hair tie on my finger, by the way. I realized that it looked funny. So each of you get a bag. When you become Elite Plus, each of you get 2 bags of laundry per cruise. You also get, I think, 2 pressed items and 1 dry clean item each per cruise. And then when you become Zenith, you get unlimited everything, all of it. So you hand this in, they bring it back, and they bring it back in the same bag, and it's folded. And when you are Zenith, or if you get something pressed or something dry cleaned, those 3 categories, your clothes come back on hangers, and they hang them in your closet. So yeah, that's it. So we hand in our laundry probably every 2nd or 3rd day, so that we just kind of keep it going, because we only pack like a week's worth of clothes, and in this case we're on the ship for 28 days. So you hand it in one day and you don't get it back until the end of the next day, so that's 2 days. So you need to make sure you have at least 2 days worth of clothes. I would say 3 days worth of clean clothes when you handed it in. So keep that in mind. You always want to have a little backup of clean clothes because it may take a few days to get it back. Anything to add?
Not to the laundry.
Okay.
But I would add.
Yeah, so let's talk about the rest of our day. After we left Cafe al Bacio, which was about 5:30, we came up to the cabin and we freshened up and dropped off all of our stuff. And we went to dinner at the Rooftop Grill. And tonight's dinner was a little bit different, the circumstances.
Yes. Yeah, the casino comped that for 5 of us.
Yes.
A group of us, yes.
John and I and 3 of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
The casino gave us a comp for dinner tonight. It was a combination for the 2 of us, John's birthday, which they missed, and
the casino missed.
Yeah,
the other parts
the
of the
casino.
ship. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're talking about, the casino, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the casino missed that it was his birthday, and in their defense, it was because it's his birthday in the system is on the 29th, and there's no 29th, so it didn't say. And I think we mentioned the other day that we talked to Nicholas about it, and he said that he saw in our video that it was John's birthday, and that prompted him to realize that there's no way for them to know when a passenger has a birthday that falls on leap year, and that he's now implemented a way for the system to say, hey, this person has a birthday on February 29th, so we should celebrate it today on February 28th. And they usually do a little something, put some things on your door, or put a little sign, or deliver a little piece of birthday cake to your dinner, or something like that. So there's always some kind of a recognition most of the time if they know about it. So because they didn't remember, and then I made Ruby again, which doesn't really get you much now that the program has changed.
Top tier in the casino program.
Right. So I became Ruby 2 days ago. So as a celebration, they offered to send us, and I think it was largely because of John's birthday, and not necessarily, plus we're both Ruby, and the casino doesn't really comp dinners anymore. So it was very kind of them to do. It was very generous of them. So we selected the Rooftop Garden Grill because we really like it there. And we had a great dinner. And they brought over a piece of birthday cake again for John because it was noted there that this was for his birthday. And I thought that was funny. And here's some pictures of the food that we ate. I had my watermelon and feta salad. Did you have that?
I did have that.
Okay.
Yes.
And I forgot to take a picture of that, so that is not here. Actually, I have a picture of it from last week, so I can just put that in. It looks exactly the same for those of you that didn't see it. And for my entree, I had ribs, and they were delicious. They were juicy and tender. They fall off the bone. I had 2 sides. I had creamed corn and macaroni and cheese. I had a spicy watermelon margarita to drink, and a Fresca. Do you guys remember Fresca? Well, they have Fresca on the Ascent, and it's delicious. I'm not a big soda drinker, but I liked it. What did you have for dinner?
Let's see, I had a couple of those sliders. It comes with 3. I had 1.5. It's a beef slider. What is it? It's
I think it's pulled pork.
Pulled pork, yes. Pulled pork slider. They're
I think it's a barbecue
like
pulled pork.
little mini sliders.
Right.
That's what a slider is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. And then I had the Joyce salad, which we call it. It's the
He calls it that.
yeah. Some of the servers do too. It's made a different
He's
way.
silly.
Extra feta, extra balsamic.
Well, no, there is no balsamic with the regular one.
Right.
I get the balsamic glaze, but
Right,
you're
right,
silly. It's
yeah.
in the Joyce salad.
And then I had the barbecue chicken, and
That looked really good.
it was good.
It looked very juicy
I just couldn't
tonight.
eat too much tonight. I wasn't that hungry. I think it was because the sandwich that I got.
It wouldn't be a video without a yawn.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
And you did look up the reasons because someone commented
Yes,
that it's
and yawning is often an indication of dehydration. So yes, I was correct on that.
yes.
I knew that.
I
I'd
mean,
read
it's
that
other
before.
things too. It's being tired. It's
Right, but it's often
right.
more often than not,
Mhm.
that is the indication, is that you are dehydrated. And I can see that. I'm thirsty. It was a little bit warm out there tonight.
Yeah.
We sat close to the kitchen, the side where they have the heat lamps, and that put off some heat, and it was a little bit warmer because of that. But it was still a lovely night.
And what else did I have?
Oh, yeah, finish what you had for dinner.
I had a lamb chop with it, and I had the cookie.
Yeah. And I had the cookie also with ice cream. I had 2 bites of it.
Very good.
It was very good. We had a little visitor. Not a little visitor. We had a visitor. 2 visitors, actually. I don't know what the other guy's name is or what his position is.
No, I don't know either.
I think he might be the head maitre d' for dining room.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I think that's who he is. And the executive chef just happened to be walking through the Rooftop Garden Grill. They were on their way somewhere, and our friends knew him.
Yeah, right.
And he stopped to chat with us because of them, and he introduced us. They introduced us to him, and he was really nice. And he stayed and talked with us for like
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Right.
It was really nice. And he told us some things coming down the pike, just in casual conversation about some of the food. Excuse me. Some of the food things that are coming, and some changes that are going to be coming, and we can talk about those at another time. And it was a nice conversation. It was really nice. I don't remember his name.
No, it's a long name.
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but Saul calls him something else. I don't know, like maybe doesn't call him by that name.
Yeah. Chef.
Chef, yes.
So we had a lovely dinner. Dinner lasted about 2 hours. The assistant casino host, Carolina, came up, and I think I'm pronouncing her name right. She came up and said hello to us and wanted to check on us to make sure that everything was going well. And they brought us a bottle of wine for the table to share, which was a very lovely gesture. And after dinner, we took a nice walk. And what did we do? Where did we walk?
We walked around the track 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So expand a little bit. Tell them about the track and where it is.
Oh, the track on the Edge class ships are great. It covers 2 decks. You start off on one deck and it goes up on an angle.
What decks?
15, 16?
Yes.
15, 16. And goes up at an angle and turns around. It's like a figure 8, and it comes back down again. So
it's a big oval.
Yeah, and it's incline and decline. So it's good.
It's good for running and walking, so that you're not just one straight smooth pattern the entire time. You're changing the trajectory of your steps.
I think it's 5 laps a mile, 4 or 5 laps.
I think it was 5.
5 laps a mile.
Yeah. What did we do?
Just 3.
Excuse me.
3 laps.
We did 3, and John said that was enough.
I was tired.
So we came in, and we said goodnight to our friends, and we came back to our cabin. And holy mackerel, what the heck? They must think that we're not eating somewhere or at all. I don't understand. This is what was waiting for us when we came back to our cabin. I don't even know what to say. So it's a huge, beautiful bowl of fruit, a dish of strawberries and macarons and chocolates, and those 2 items are from the food and beverage department and F&B. I don't know why. No clue as to why they were sent to us.
They're chocolate covered strawberries.
Chocolate covered strawberries. Yes, we're looking at all of it in front of us. Okay, you can have it. And there's from our butler, he left us a charcuterie board. It's meats and cheeses and grapes and walnuts and fig. It looks fantastic. There's a little plate of crackers, the Cars crackers, and a plate of cookies. What kind of cookies are they?
Macadamia and chocolate chip, it looks like.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh, and a bowl of potato chips. I don't know. I have to say, it's covered every possible food craving category. You have the sweet and salty and savory, and it's chocolate and cookies and fruit. It's so much. And it's a shame. We should have people over to share this with, because
Yeah.
there's
And
no
we
way
got
we're
like
eating all
10
this.
bottles of wine over there. I don't know how many
Yeah,
bottles
we
we
have
have.
five
I don't know what we're
bottles of
going to
wine.
do with them.
Oh God, I am so sorry. I need to drink more water before we do these videos.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to do that and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
And
that's
it. That
Yeah.
does it for day 18. Gosh, I can't believe we've been doing these videos every day for 18 days. It's incredible.
Not only these videos, there's
some other videos as well.
Right.
Yeah. So if you didn't watch it today, we put up a video of the deluxe porthole veranda.
Right.
A tour of the deluxe porthole veranda, and I think it's on. Was it on the Apex? Yes, it was on the Apex.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta tell you, I was impressed. It's a great room. If you love the traditional veranda, but would like to go on an edge class ship, I think it's your best bet. The sunset verandas sell out like that. Mm-hmm. The only other cabins on the ship that have verandas are in the suite category. So if you want something, and the deluxe porthole verandas are less expensive typically than the infinite verandas. And you have an actual real balcony. I mean, there's some other things, but check out the video. It's a nice full tour, and I think that you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you will. Mm-hmm. What else did we do as far as videos? Oh, you edited yesterday we did breakfast at Luminae, right. And I'm going to be editing probably
I might do
tomorrow,
or one of us will.
Yeah. Our day at the retreat. Right. So everything retreat on the Ascent. And it was our day on the retreat. So right. It's a little bit more personal, not so much just a tour. Mm-hmm. It's what we did as the day on the retreat. And we had a little special visitor yesterday, right? We talked about it, the captain. So that was interesting.
Right, yeah.
So we talk a little bit more about that. But I think we mentioned it in today's video that he came up there for lunch. Right. That's right. So yeah, that does it for day 18. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we are in St. Martin. We're getting off the ship. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow on day 19. Thank you so much for all of your support. We truly appreciate you. I can't even express.
Keep those comments coming.
Keep the comments coming. Keep answering the daily questions. Right. We love hearing from you. Mm-hmm. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so. We are so excited. This is a lot of work. And when we get back from you, it encourages us to keep going. Mm-hmm. And it motivates us. That's the word I was looking for. So thank you. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Mm-hmm. We appreciate you so much. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful day. Okay.